Welcome to Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the imagosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Corp, Beckers.
Last time on this podcast, we made Couch Breeder. How'd that do?
So, Bryce kind of went far with this game in a direction I didn't want to go. And we ended up having to rate it M. And
for material.
For mattress. Damn it, Bryce. You tried to joke. I had one ready. And then, okay, we just got to move on.
Were you just waiting for me to do it bad so that you could say your...
Mattress is rated M for mattress. It's so funny.
Okay.
Go.
How'd it do, though?
It did do? I don't know. I didn't think about that. It didn't do good because it was rated mattress, and everyone was like, "What?"
But kids love kids love things that they're not allowed to have. So they probably were like, "Oh, rated M. I love games that have that," and then they got it, and they didn't read that it said mattress.
Mm-hmm.
As they do.
And then they bred couches.
Hey kids, you're not allowed to submit game ideas to Corp using the hashtag Corp on Twitter. Don't do it. Your parents will be real upset with you if you do. So, but if that happens, man, you'd be quite the badass. You'd be able to brag to all your friends about how you broke the rules, and you'd be able to wear like a leather jacket and sing about Grease Lightning.
And make sure that you tell them exactly how you broke the rules and tell them about our great podcast. Yeah. Make Corp. That's the name of this podcast.
Oh, also, hey, Beckers, we have a live show coming up.
Again? Not again.
Again. Do you want to tell people about it?
Yeah, sure, I guess. So it's in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Why?
And we're from South Dakota.
I guess.
It's the land of the buffalo. So we're going to go there and we're going to do a podcast. It's at a convention called SuperCon on Saturday, the 28th of September, which is about 2 weeks after this airs. So this is your chance. Book your flights.
Yeah.
Put on your running shoes. Get walking.
If you live in South Dakota... You best be there.
We'll look for you, all of you.
Yep. Well, no. We're like Santa Claus, but for podcasts.
Better watch out. We see you when you're sleeping.
How odd. Time to talk about game ideas.
Yes.
So, there has been a big momentous occasion in the Pokemon universe. Ash Ketchum has finally become a Pokemon League champion person. He has traveled to like 6 different countries, a shit ton of countries. I don't know. He's gone all around, gotten his ass kicked left and right, but finally he went to Hawaii and they didn't have a good league, so he went and he won that one. They basically just had like 3 dudes chilling out, going like, I guess I'm Elite 4.
Lola.
Yeah. And now he is the league champion. But I think there's a thing that might have made Ash maybe better at the deal, or maybe at least made it better Pokemon battles. And I think this would be, if it's like Pokemon, you got those cool battles where Ash is yelling, "Hey Pikachu, do a Thunderbolt," and he's fighting an Onix, which shouldn't do shit to an Onix, but you know what? He just says, "I believe in you, Pikachu. You don't need to evolve. You're gonna be the best no matter what." And he still freaking takes down the Onix it shouldn't happen. And I think the reason that this would be okay in our new game is if during the battle, Ash Ketchum ran over to the other side and kicked Brock in the balls, his Pokeballs, and then and then there was a proper battle between all participants there. Because I don't know about you, Beckers, but I think it's kind of weird that we're just throwing out animals and saying, you have to battle while I stand here and watch. I feel like it should be a proper battle where everybody is participating.
And, sometimes they Pokemon battle, like, for their morals or whatever. I don't know. Like, basically, I don't know, Team Rocket will be coming to steal your Pokemon, and you'll be like, Pikachu, fight for everybody. And then everyone else just stands around watching. It's like, no, you could get in there, maggot, and fight them.
Okay. I need to say this because I've been playing through Sun and Moon, specifically Moon, and this is going to be some spoilers for those games. But there, near the end, there's a big thing where a chick gets swallowed by a Pokemon willingly and joins with it, and it's like, oh shit, am I gonna have to battle this big lady who's half human, half Pokemon? And then she just throws out a Clefairy, and it's just a straight up Pokemon battle where this half human, half Pokemon creature is just standing there like a trainer, and I'm like, what? Why? Why is
what
this
was the point of
this? If my character had to also run up and punch their character while Incineroar is incinerating, then it would be
flexing.
Great. Yeah,
with his large muscles,
flexing on those hoes.
He's just a human with cat ears.
He's got that big belt that's made of fire.
Yeah, he's a luchador.
I like that you can pet your Pokemon, and if you pet his belt, it feels real bad. Which is another reason that your character should be participating in the battle, so that if you touch that fiery belt, then you lose HP, because your character should have hit points. He should be involved in the battle.
Okay, so the trainers can battle too.
Yes.
Now what? What are they going to do?
For one, I think this should be incorporated in the hit video game Pokemon Sword and Shield, because that'll decide what kind of weapons you bring into what the trainers got. You got a sword or a shield. So maybe you are actively attacking the other trainer and you're chopping at him, or you're one of those defensive people and you're just trying to stay alive and letting your Pokemon handle it like a chump would. Obviously I'm team sword.
That's stupid. No, if you got a shield, what you can do is you can throw it down in front of your Pokemon and protect them.
Oh yeah, I mean that it would be a legitimate
You're
deal.
Still participating.
You could get in the fight, like you could have Pikachu distract the Charizard, and then you can run up and punch that Charizard, but also the other guy could be everybody in the area is participating in this battle.
It's an all-out brawl.
You could punch the other Charizard, you could punch the other trainer. It could be Pikachu versus Brock and Ash versus Onix. Everybody's involved. Let's keep we're making Pokemon better. We did it. We first did it by introducing better Pokemon. Now we're introducing new gameplay of trainers are in it too. And now Pikachu feels like an equal with Ash, and he finally deserves to win the championship. Also, Ash with a sword. Picture that lifestyle.
He's 10 years old. I'm not scared. I could take my shield and beat him upside the head with it. Although this brings to... let's talk about this. He's 10 years old. Actually, I think he's aged. He might be 14, but
I think
regardless.
he aged once. I think we know of one actual birthday where they acknowledged it.
I think he is older, but anyway, he aged. I'm an adult, right?
Okay.
I'm a grown-ass woman. If I walk up on that field and I just bop him over the head... Am I gonna get in trouble for that?
I mean, Ash or the trainers often fight actual toddlers, so I'm pretty sure it's an all ages event.
But okay, so I can beat up children, is what you're saying.
If the children
Yeah.
can leave home and wander around and tall grass on their own, you can beat them up. I mean, if they lose the Poke Battle, they black out. So
Are they on their own if they've got a huge ass Incineroar with them? Like, it looks like a grown ass adult. If it's carrying around a baby, why does it listen to the baby?
That's a love. I don't
like.
I mean, when you start the game, you don't start out with an Incineroar. You start out with a thing smaller than you.
It grows faster than the toddler does.
This is fine. And so if they're fine with kids just going out and attacking wild animals and capturing them,
okay.
I feel like they should be okay with participating in the battle. I mean, Ash Ketchum, the whole reason Pikachu decided to not hate Ash, because Pikachu freaking did not want to be anywhere near Ash at the start, was because Ash got beat the shit out of by a bunch of sparrows. Remember?
Sparrows?
Was it?
Pidgeys.
Was it
First
Pidgeys?
of all. It was Pidgeys.
I'm pretty sure it was the sparrow.
And there was a Pidgeotto too.
It
was definitely Pidgeys.
If you say so.
I'm so sure about this. Don't even question me. Everybody told me he's wrong.
And then he broke Misty's bike. It was a whole thing. So if he can,
it's a whole thing.
If he can get his ass kicked by some Pokemon, I feel like getting your ass kicked by a grown adult is on the table.
It's on the table.
Also, maybe in our game you got to be 18 to be a Pokemon trainer. You got to get.
Or there's a children's league.
I guess. Well,
they're age divisions. Just like in Pokemon VGC, it all works. And they'll be the same divisions.
I mean, most of the Pokemon battles that happen in Pokemon, you're just kind of walking around and people are like, you're fucking fighting me now. Look at me. You looked at me. We have to battle now. So I don't think typically there have been any sort of age restrictions.
Okay. So do trainers have moves?
Yes. I think they basically, trainers have it's basically taking a Final Fantasy character into Pokemon.
Oh my god. This is all I've ever wanted. So big fucking swords is what you're talking about.
So you'll also, you'll be catching Pokemon, but you will also be finding and upgrading your armor and your swords and stuff.
And oh my gosh.
So you might not even, you could probably play this game without catching a single Pokemon if you wanted. You could just be 1v1ing Charizard yourself if you got the right equipment. How freaking sick would it be to roll up to the Elite Four and they're like, okay, where's your Pokemon? And be like, I don't need them. You send your guys out. Let's do this.
Oh, that'd be such a power move, dude. Oh my god. And you know what? In the Final Fantasy games, there's usually somebody who can summon stuff. What if they just summon Lugia.
She's very good at Pokemon, she swears.
I don't know how to say it. I always say it wrong. You play the games and no one's around and you say it how you want to say it in your head and then that's what's in there and now I'd never know what's right.
She's a competitive Pokemon player. She's gone to the World Championship.
I did and I won it. At SuperCon, actually. That was my victory.
The one time. Did you go to the big...
I go walk through those halls and I remember in the good old times when I won a thing.
Did you go to the big World Championship or just the
No.
Oh. So you Beckers likes to talk about how good she is at Pokemon, but she's apparently never gone to the big show.
I don't like to travel.
Okay.
But I would have won.
Okay, so here's my thing. I say we call it Pokemon Sword and Shield. No two games. It's just Pokemon Sword and Shield, one game. And I think you can get both swords and shields. You can pick, you can choose what kind of equipment you want to roll with.
Mm.
But other than that, it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Beckers, do you have a game idea?
And you could. Okay.
Oh. No, did you want to say something good?
No, forget it. You lost that privilege. I'm doing a thing right now.
Okay.
Typical. Anyway. So I have a game idea. It's called Snakes on a Plane. And I got this idea off of Reddit. He didn't know. He does. This happens sometimes. People don't know they're giving me game ideas, but they are. So I feel like I need to credit him. This dude's called King of the Snakes on Reddit. And I'm going to make a game. And it's a playthrough of the hit movie Snakes on a Plane, right? Are you familiar with that movie?
I've never seen it, but I believe there's a man who's real upset about some snakes on a plane.
He's real tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. That's it.
Wasn't it like they're trying to like assassinate the president or something, and they put a bunch of snakes on Air Force One to try and get him?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I haven't seen the movie either. Why would you assume I knew what it was about?
You know, you making a game about it, but
here's what I know. There are snakes, there's a plane, and there's Samuel L. Jackson. That's it. That's what I know. And there's snakes, and they're on the plane, and he's sick of them. And this is where I'm starting. So we're gonna make Snakes on a Plane, but it's a world where all the passengers are snakes. And then Samuel L. Jackson sneaks onto the flight, and he tries to shoot him or do what he does. And they're tired of this motherfucking Samuel L. Jackson on this motherfucking plane. Because it's the snakes that's playing this time.
Okay, we need to do some world building here. In this world, are those snakes the dominant form of life?
Yes, and they're educated, and they have little hats, like fedoras, and suits and ties, and briefcases.
Okay, so where does that leave humans?
They are where snakes are. They are sometimes pests, sometimes deadly predators. I assume Samuel L. Jackson is a deadly predator. And they vary in size, just like snakes do. You got your little humans and you got your Samuel L. Jacksons. That's okay. The range.
Further. Is the plane snake-sized or human-sized?
The snakes are human-sized, so the plane is human-sized, which is also snake-sized.
Further question. How would a snake fly a plane?
Easily. Next question.
Do snakes have to go through bag check?
Yeah, duh, because a few years ago they had like this
Please don't.
terrorist attack. And some snakes attacked some other snakes, and then now all the snakes have to protect their planes. So they have to go through bag checks.
Okay. So it's just one Samuel L. Jackson on the plane, though?
No. I changed my mind. There's many. But it's like a regular passenger snake plane. And there's a bunch of different Samuel L. Jacksons of varying sizes and colors.
So like different movies Samuel L. Jackson has been in will be represented?
Yeah, let's do that. But they have to be different sizes. This is important to me, and I'm not sure why, but it is.
So we might have some Mace Windu on a plane.
Uh-huh. And he's purple.
Because that's what makes Mace Windu what he is.
Is purple.
Does he look like a snake? Why would he be purple?
He is.
He's just Samuel L. Jackson, but purple.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did all these motherfucking Samuel L. Jacksons get on this motherfucking plane?
They were in a crate. A really big crate. In the... What do you call it?
Plane.
The plane. The plane. In the storage area underneath the plane where they put all the luggage. The luggage place. They were in a big old crate in there.
I just want to remind people who maybe aren't sure, but Beckers promises, she swears to me many times that she is a real life doctor. That she knows things.
I am. What does this have to do with anything?
I don't know. I just feel like I need to remind people at this moment.
Yes, I'm educated. I'm sorry.
Okay, tell me more about this area in the plane.
It's where they put the stuff.
Okay, the stuff area.
I'm scared. He's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I'm not. I'm not, I promise. Okay, so they put all the SLJs in there. And then halfway through the flight, no. 2/5 of the way through the flight, they bust out there.
How long is this flight? Where are they going?
They're going from Minneapolis International Airport to Dubai, India.
Okay.
For pleasure.
Okay, how long?
On vacation.
Tell me how long you think that takes.
22 hours. So they're 2/5 of the way through. So they're over probably the ocean. Okay. They're over the ocean. I don't know how far into the flight that is, but they're over the ocean.
Okay.
And the Samuel L. Jacksons, they bust free.
Okay, this is I think an important thing that should have been established first. Who are you playing as?
The snakes.
Okay, like all of them, one of them, the head snake,
You're playing as a random snake passenger who takes it upon themselves to save all the other ones because they're just civilians. But you're ex-military. You used to be in the Navy EELs. Oh, fuck! That's so close. They're snake-like.
No, that's not anything.
It's so close. It was almost something. The Navy EELs. How about it's snakes and eels now? Because I like that joke and we're going to keep it. He used to be in the Navy EELs, but he's still a snake. And there's only snakes on the plane. But just think about how in the world there's also eels.
I mean, I would assume that there's other animals that exist.
But eels are also sentient.
Okay. Is there a class-based system that, like, snakes are better than eels?
That's racist.
I'm not saying it's not. Maybe snakes are racist.
I'm just saying, yes, there's a big racism issue. And this is a snakes-only plane because there's segregation. I think that we should stop.
Were the eels put on the plane to try and take down the snakes?
No.
Then why
you mean the Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh yeah. We're the same.
Yeah. Let's back this up. Okay, so there's a war. It's eels and snakes, and they're at war. And the eels put Samuel L. Jackson's on the plane to take down the snakes because they know that there's somebody in he's in plain clothes.
The snake president is on the plane.
Yes, but it's not Air Force One.
He's just on vacation.
It's just a regular plane because he's hiding among the rest of the snakes because nobody can really tell him apart.
He's got a fake mustache on. No one will know.
Yeah, he put a fake mustache on. It's all the rage. Snakes don't grow mustaches, but they like to put on fake ones for fashion.
Yep.
And it obscures his face.
Mm-hmm.
Same reason they wear suits, even though they don't need to.
So do you just like bite Samuel L. Jackson to stop him?
There's plural, okay. And first of all, Samuel L. Jackson has guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I figure he moves kind of like really spry, and he climbs up a lot of stuff because he's got arms and you don't. And hands and thumbs.
Can I take a break from this game idea to ask you an important question?
I'm scared. Again. Yes, I'm a doctor.
What do you think happens in the movie Snakes on a Plane? What do you think the plot of that movie is?
I picture it this way. Samuel L. Jackson is on a plane with his friends, and they're going to a place. And it's just a regular plane, and it's just a regular flight. And then what he doesn't know is that he's part of a flight where a zoo is transporting a whole bunch of snakes from one place to another place.
Okay.
And the snakes get loose on accident because some baggage handler accidentally left their snake box open. And then all the snakes got loose, and they're going all wild, and they're trying to eat all the people and bite them, and they're like 50% anacondas. And they're going all around, and they're popping out of everywhere. It's just a movie where snakes pop out of everywhere. You open your cup holder, and boop, there goes a snake pop out, like those jars where if you unscrew them, a bunch of fake snakes pop out. Yeah, that. Just like that, but it's everywhere. And the snakes, I'm sure Samuel L. Jackson kills them all, and then they land the plane, and they're like, wow, what a crazy flight.
How do you think Samuel L. Jackson defeats the snakes?
He brought a gun on board.
Okay.
He wasn't allowed to, but he did.
Okay. You think he just shoots at the snakes on the plane?
Yeah.
I feel like that'd go real bad.
I feel like planes are stronger than we give them credit for.
Planes are stronger than bullets. Beckers 2019.
2K19.
Okay. That's the plot of Snakes on a Plane for you, and this is going to be the same thing, but Samuel L. Okay, so how do the snake people fight back against
They're just snakes.
Are you saying snakes aren't people?
Yeah, I guess.
That is some
Am I racist?
That's some really ill talk from you.
Hashtag Team Eel. Okay, so maybe players. Okay, it's a multiplayer game, and it's almost like a battle royale, but with two teams. I'm just kidding. It's kind of like Call of Duty.
Beckers only knows how to. It's just a battle royale.
That game exists.
Everything has to be a battle royale.
It's like Call of Duty, but half snakes and half Samuel L. Jacksons, and you're put on a plane, and like you bust out, and the Samuel L. Jacksons they can climb up through the plane parts, and it's random. If you get a tiny Samuel L. Jackson that's like the size of a hamster, and you climb up through all the holes in the ducts in the plane, and you climb up there, and then you just get up there and shoot them with your tiny gun, or you're a big Samuel L. Jackson, and you come through and you just like rawr, and big gun bazooka on the plane. It's a strong plane, and then you can be a snake. And you can either be poisonous or an anaconda. And the anacondas, they don't want none unless the Samuel L. Jackson has buns.
Does Samuel L. Jackson have buns?
The big ones do. So anacondas are super effective against really big Samuel L. Jacksons.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about this game?
I think it's perfect.
Okay, what are you going to call it?
Snakes on a Plane.
Okay. Shouldn't it be Samuel L. Jackson's on a plane?
You could go either way. All right, you could. You could go either way. Because it's like, it's still snakes on a plane.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like the expected thing because it's the snakes are always go on planes.
Snakes on a Plane 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Snakes also on a plane. Snakes on a Plane TOO.
All right, we can do Samuel L. Jackson's on a plane. I feel like it should just be apparent what this is. Let's do this.
Okay. Beckers, is there anything you would like to say before we move on to the next game idea?
I have something to say. It's time for our investor shout out. So thank you to our 2 investors, Alex Weber and Aaron C., for your time and support, your investment in our company. Without you, we wouldn't have enough money to feed Bryce, because that's last on our priority list. So if we run out of money, that's the first thing to go. And you too, listener, can become an investor by going to patreon.com/lastgeek and subscribing to our Patreon. A $1 subscription unlocks our bonus content, and it's bigger and more bootylicious than ever before. $5 subscription gets you this intimate shout out on the air for everyone to hear. So when you go to sleep tonight, think about Aaron and Alex and about how great they are and how it could have been you.
Yep. $1 people will get to hear the live shows, and we'll get to listen to our Let's Plays a month early. You get to hear us do the Overcooked 2. That is out for Patreon supporters, and then soon you'll be able to find out about who won Monster Prom. And we all Beckers wore her wedding dress for that one. You're going to see what Becker's wedding dress looked like. Thank you, investors. Now, I would like to bring up a video game idea. And it is a video game idea where you slowly move the property bounds of your house to take over the houses of the other people in your neighborhood without them noticing. Beckers, what do you think of this game idea?
I think this is exactly perfect. Okay, I have an idea. So this is what inspired Bryce, okay? I was putting up a fence. I put up a fence in my backyard so that my little doggos could roam in the yard, and I wouldn't have to walk down there with frickin' leashes every single time. And this way they could run around in circles, and I wouldn't be restraining them with my leash hands. Yeah, and winter's coming and it'll be cold and I don't want to walk down there. Anyway, I was putting up a fence, and one of my neighbor's sprinklers was over the property line into my yard, and they were like, "Hey, will you move your fence over?" And then our sprinkler doesn't have to be killed. And that's where he got the game idea.
Okay. Well, how'd that go?
How'd it go? We did it.
So you have less property now.
We have less property. They're winning the game.
Yeah, Beckers is bad at Turf War, the game where you slowly move your property bounds to take over the homes in the other neighborhood. So, yeah, so I guess we have learned one possible way that you can achieve this goal is to put I assume it's a buried sprinkler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you just bury your sprinklers in their yard, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna put up my fence," and they'll be like, "Sorry, my sprinkler is over there. That's my yard," and then you've got more property.
I have another idea.
Yeah.
You know those little solar lights? Solar-powered garden lights? You take those and you line your whole property with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, every 2 days, you move them a couple inches farther into your neighbor's yard.
That is easy to move for you, but also easy for them to move back.
But you're doing it secretly, right?
Well,
right.
I think it would be. What kind of fence did you get?
What I got is a vinyl.
Okay, I feel like that is one that if I was your neighbor, I could pick that up and just kind of move it just a little bit every day, so that by 2 months from now, it's like you've got like half as much yard, and suddenly I have a very big yard with a big fence protecting people from coming into it because your fence that I'm moving.
I'm gonna pretend that that's true, that you can move it like that. Okay, so you can do that.
I don't. Well, was it really hard to put in your fence?
Well, you drill it in the ground just like any other fence.
Yeah, so just
you can't pick it up.
Yeah, you can.
Just undrill it.
Are you strong? Maybe you should be stronger.
I am really strong. I'm actually really strong. Smash.
She's wearing a All Might shirt, which apparently makes her strong. Oh, are we doing this?
My muscles are really way bigger than they used to be. I'm playing rugby now. Now I'm really strong.
That's something.
Yeah.
But I think the beautiful thing about a fence, you can move that over, and there'll be a bunch of holes from where the fence used to be, but you can be like, don't look over my fence. Don't look over. No, this is my fence. Like, I guess it's their fence, but it's also like, don't look over the fence. Don't look over our fence, our communal fence that we have agreed is the bounds of the home. And then eventually that fence will be going through their kitchen, but also that's half of your kitchen now. Because it is a customary agreement that the fence is the bounding box of a home. Yes, and also the sprinklers are...
Like, say they have a shed, you just slowly start painting it to match your house's color.
Oh yeah, that's your shed now.
That's my shed now.
Or just like put a sprinkler in the middle of their like living room, and you're like, I'm sorry, I've got a sprinkler there. Can you move your fence?
Can you just please move your whole house to be on the other side of my sprinkler? So, yeah.
So, and then, you just keep doing that until the entire neighborhood belongs to you. And that's my game. And it's literally turf war because you're literally trying to take their turf with sprinklers, using the turf in a war-like fashion. Also, you have to do this all without them noticing, because you can't just like throw down some fences and in the middle of their kitchen and then be like, this is fine, because I feel like if you do it a little at a time, they'll just be like, they will think they're going crazy. They're like, I'm not sure. I feel like I had more yard. But if you just are in the middle of their house in the afternoon, that's when the cops get called and things get weird. Not in the way you think.
Things get weird.
Yeah, not in the way you think.
Yeah. I think maybe at first you can't just take it, but after you've consumed a few homes, a few properties, then maybe you can start just crushing the smaller houses.
I mean, once you've got 30% of the neighborhood, the other neighbors are like, well, I don't want to deal with that guy. That's most of the neighbor. You control the what's that thing? The
homeowners association.
Yeah, the homeowners association.
The all-powerful. And then you can just write new things into it.
Yeah, that's another good way to drive them out, is take control of the homeowners association and just make ridiculous demands.
Yes.
Be like, your grass has to be 0.1 inches tall. Be like, I don't know how to get at that.
But you can't have dirt patches.
Yeah.
In your yard. That's unsightly. Are you ready for my game?
I am, because mine was bad and I don't want to do it anymore.
Who would have known that Snakes on a Plane was so much better? Okay.
I think we can all agree that Pokemon Sword and Shield is the best game. Everybody is excited to play Pokemon Sword and Shield. I hear it all the time.
Okay, all right. Very funny. Okay, I have an idea. So I've been sick lately. So has Bryce. But I work at a hospital, right? And everyone there is a germaphobe. So I've been facing a lot of discrimination. Everybody's been treating me like Typhoid Mary. And every time I walk anywhere, they're like, can you wear a mask? And they're like, hey, well, it's not that unreasonable of a request, but still, can you wear a mask? And they're like wiping off my computer station after I'm done with it. Or I am actually, but they're all like, stay away from me. Don't get me sick. And I'm like, that's hurtful. I have feelings. So a game has bloomed in my mind. And I'm going to make Pandemic, but first person, right?
Okay.
So you have a sickness and you're trying to pass it on to everyone around you in order to get everybody sick and spread your sickness. That's the point of the game, okay? You're taking over the world. You're getting down with the sickness. You're taking them all down.
I mean, you want to get them down with the sickness.
Yeah. Well, you already are. You're patient zero. But you
purpose.
know, and you're trying. And for like the purpose of this game, you're going to be immune to the disease, but other people aren't. Like you'll have the symptoms, but you won't die. Okay.
You're like in the pandemic and stuff, the disease will like mutate and stuff as it gets spread, but you've got the very like chill versions. You've got antibodies to the like non-lethal version, but it'll like the more people you can spread to, the more it'll mutate, the more deadly it gets.
And I feel like you can have different starting zones. Like I work at a hospital, so I think that would be pretty hard, right? Because, like, you clean everywhere, and even though there's a lot of people, they already have a lot of precautions in place already to prevent the spread of disease. So I feel like a hospital would be a little bit harder.
I also, to be in a pandemic, they need to, like, carry the disease, so people that are, like, in the hospital,
already
if they
sick.
get diseases, they probably won't be carriers very long, because they probably already have bad things going on.
Are you saying that everybody goes to the hospital dies?
I'm saying that if you...
Are you saying that my life's work is pointless? Because you're wrong.
Okay.
I also think, like, if they start getting sick, the hospital's, like, they'd be cured fastest, you know?
How many people do you think you've gotten sick at the hospital?
Nobody.
You sure?
I've been very careful, yes. I've worn a mask every day. I'm cleaning off my station. I'm washing my hands. I'm wearing gloves. I don't think I've gotten anybody sick.
Are you wearing like a full body hazmat suit?
Like you joke, but yes, that's part of my job.
Okay.
I do wear that.
How do you get sick?
Probably not at work.
Probably at a video game convention where you did a live show with, and that's why a bunch of us are sick.
Yeah. What would be an easy starting zone? Like where you could easily spread disease?
Airport?
That'd be good. That'd be really good. Then you could get it to a lot of places.
Yeah, that would be the place to do it.
You nailed it. You crushed it in one go. So you go to the airport, and what do you do to spread it everywhere?
I guess.
Do you just start licking doorknobs?
I mean, you can definitely like just cough on people, but I think, you know, they'll probably try and like shield themselves or clean themselves, use antibacterial soap or something. So you have to be like stealthy about it. So yeah, you like cough on doorknobs, and I think
or
like
lick them.
I mean, then you'll probably get somebody else's disease, and then you'll just die before you can spread yours.
Lick it.
Why?
Because maybe you don't have cough unlocked, so you can't cough.
Okay. I mean, I could be not sick and still make myself cough.
So you can't do it. I have to be really sick. I'm really sick though. It's not fair. You have to like It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
No, but the whole point is like you can upgrade different ways to spread the disease, and cough is one of the things you can upgrade. So if you don't start with it, then you have to lick the doorknobs. It's required.
Okay, so wait, do you have to get sicker so that you can upgrade the disease?
Well, it depends, right? Because have you played a lot of Pandemic? Plague Inc?
The board game or the video game?
I'm thinking of the video game, the one that's called Plague Inc. because Pandemic is the board game, yeah.
I have played in a little bit of it. Decent, I don't know, an amount.
Okay, well, the way that you win, which I'm sure you don't know because...
is by killing everybody.
Oh my god. The way that you win is by having a sneaky disease and infecting everyone before you start killing anyone. Right?
Sure.
So you want to make it really strong and make it spread really good without it being noticed. And without it, because once they start killing people off, it gets their attention, you know? They're like, I'm dying. Something must be wrong with me. There must be a disease. So you don't want to start with cough, because then once you start coughing, you're like, yeah, I'm sick with something. People start going to the doctor, a cure is developed, and you lose.
Have you been to the doctor for your illness?
Yes.
Really?
Haven't you?
No.
No, I didn't go to the doctor. It's a fucking cold.
Exactly. So.
But regardless, some little old lady is gonna. Okay, somebody will. It just takes like a few people to notice before it's all over and you lose.
And they just be like, you've got the cold. You've got a cold.
I'll show you a cold fist in your face.
You just need to have the same symptoms as a cold, and then you go to the doctor, and the uncaring doctors of this world who don't give a shit about human life are just going to look you dead in the eyes and say, I'm not going to do anything for you. Please leave.
That's fucking cold.
Yeah, I've got one.
Jesus. Okay, so you have to lick doorknobs because you can't cough on them yet, because then someone will go to the doctor and they'll notice. Or you go to the foodery. You go at night to the it's a stealth mission. You go at night to the food place, and you just like cut yourself and put blood all over the stuff.
It's special sauce. Enjoy.
Special sauce. You put blood in all the ketchup bottles. Ew, but effective.
Oh, ketchup's a little runnier today. It's fine.
Oh my god, it's got some zest to it. It's zesty.
Ooh, the ketchup's real delicious today. I'll eat some more.
Why did I do this? Why? Okay,
and that is when the world turned into vampires for some reason. It turned out that if you just try blood, it's real good, and you gotta have some more.
And then you unlock the special vampire mode, and you spread vampirism, and your disease turns into that.
I think that would be like the real way to win, because like you just need to get a decent amount of people infected with vampirism so that they're the dominant species. Because
you have to hurry and infect really fast, because once everybody's infected, everybody's a vampire. There's no blood to drink, and you all die. And that was your real plan.
Is to get blood to drink?
Is to get everyone dead.
Yeah.
Because
so you just want to kill everyone. But yeah, you need to infect enough people so that the humans don't kill the vampires. So you need to do it fast enough that the vampires are dominant, and then the vampires can just kill all the humans, even if they manage to become immune to the disease.
Yeah. So they try to set up human farms, because they realize, like, hey, we're eating all the humans. We can't go hunter-gatherer. We're going to be sophisticated and set up farming. It's basically just Civilization 2.0, right? So they set up human farms. But you have to go sabotage them, because you know that because you're still trying to kill the world. Okay, I think we reached a good part here. Yeah.
What? You're just done?
I'm done with the vampire swing. Let's do werewolf mode now. Now your disease is lycanthropy.
Okay. I don't know that like werewolves necessarily kill. I mean, they kill a little bit of people, but only like one time a month.
When it's that time of the month, they get a little killy.
And they could just like go lock themselves up. They don't necessarily.
Yeah, but so you spread all the werewolf around, and then you mutate your disease, and then now it's cancer. It's werewolf cancer.
Can you unlock?
Cancer.
Can you unlock it so that the disease is an STD?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
And then you better start getting busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it just goes, yeah.
So then it just becomes Super Seducer 3.
Yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Electric Boogly.
Can we be done with this game idea now?
Well, okay, fine. Like, whatever. 2 seconds into your game idea, I'm gonna be like, let's be done.
Okay. Hey guys, Halloween's coming up.
No.
And okay.
Just go.
And I have an idea for a game and just a concept. And this is a game about destroying Halloween. This is mostly due to the fact I saw a game and the trailer was like, there's a kid and he had his shoes stolen during Halloween, so he has vowed to destroy Halloween. And I'm like, dope, this is awesome. And then they're like, and you play as Jimmy Skeleton and he's gonna stop this kid from destroying Halloween. I'm like, wait, go back. I want to do the first thing. I want to play the first kid.
Oh my.
So I'm making that game. This is a game, I guess, where your shoes were stolen, or maybe you just were given toothpaste for Halloween. You went to a dentist's house and they're like, here's some toothpaste, and you're like, you know what? I'm done with it. Halloween's over. I'm canceling it. And so you have to destroy Halloween. I think that there's some ways you can do this. I think you just make Halloween scary again. I think like Halloween is primarily a kid-based activity, and the kids are all dressing up as Power Rangers and Fortnites and Digimon World 1 on the PlayStation 1. That's a popular costume this year. And if it was just really scary out on Halloween, the kids wouldn't want to go because they're scared of scary things. So just put that back in and it's done. The Halloween's done.
Good one.
Thanks.
So how you want to ruin Halloween just for like the kids?
For I guess you want to just like ruin how
trick or treating.
No, the entire holiday they just remove it from the calendar. They're like it's done.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're in business. We're cooking.
Okay.
We're picking up some chicken, and now you're putting it on the stove. Here we go. We're cooking.
Okay. I think we will partner with Starbucks, and we're gonna make it so pumpkins can only be used for pumpkin spice lattes. No, there will be no jack-o'-lanterns, no pumpkin. People who are too lazy to carve their pumpkins and just put an actual pumpkin just on their front yard, and they just leave it there until like spring.
Why is Halloween a holiday anyway?
Because, I mean, it's not a federal holiday or anything.
It's literally just for shits and giggles. Like it's almost too easy to destroy it.
I mean, it's just the excuse for people to dress up in attire and
like, don't get me wrong, Halloween is dank, but like
it's just cosplay for
normies.
Yeah, for normies.
For the normies. So I guess, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, enough people agreed to this to just do this for fun. All we gotta do is just make it, like, less, like, make it dumb. It's already not, like, it's already, like, barely a holiday.
Yeah. I mean, I think the candy thing, I think if the kids stop doing Halloween, like, that would be a huge deal, because that is a majority of what's propping up this whole holiday is the whole trick-or-treat deal, is they want the candy.
Yeah. Yes.
So
let's make it illegal to give other people's kids food. Let's make it illegal. I feel like you do it in the off season. Here's what we gotta do. January. We enlist some troops. We gather some people. Okay. And we start giving out food to children. And it makes them sick. We don't want to kill them because we want this game to get released. But it makes them sick. So then the parents are like, do something. And
I want to make it clear. Is it food or is it candy?
It's anything. It doesn't matter.
If you just give kids like a chicken sandwich, they're not gonna dress up and go out at night for a chicken sandwich. They want the candy.
They're not going to. You're not getting me. You're not picking up what I'm putting down. I'm saying in January, everybody goes to local parks and they start handing kids dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, and then the kids get horrible diarrhea, and this goes on for like a month.
Okay.
And then like the people are telling the cops, and they're like, what do you want me to do? It's not illegal to give kids food. And then they're like, well, let's make it illegal. So then they make it illegal to give kids food. And then come Halloween, they're like, oh shit.
But
what have we done?
But then the candy companies will be like, okay, but like what we make isn't really food. You're fine.
Yes, it is. That's what the law is going to be. You can't give kids anything that they can ingest.
I mean, kids will
throwing candy at parades. Done.
Kids could stick anything down their throats. That's why they had to make Nintendo Switch cartridges taste bad.
What? You serious? Is that real?
Yeah, like a Nintendo. You have a Nintendo Switch cartridge in your house right now. I dare you to lick it. Beckers, do it. You gotta lick like the back.
Which part?
You gotta lick like the black part. The black part is supposed to be coated with stuff to make it taste bad.
All right, I'm gonna lick it. Okay. It does! What the hell? Gross. It tastes like really bitter. You really did this.
Yes. Switch cartridge doesn't taste bad. Okay. So instead of outlawing generosity for kids, because I could see maybe kids needing food, homeless people, the whole thing.
Well, it's illegal.
What if we just give out like trick-or-treat bags that they're like have stuff in them that'll just coat the candy and make it taste real gross, so kids just hate candy?
Well, then they'll start giving out other stuff instead. So what do we do?
And who's going to care about... nobody likes the house that gives away apples. Kids would not go out for apples. It would be over.
And it would put doctors out of business.
Wouldn't... If they don't have apples, that would make them more... doctors would...
If they have apples, then it'll keep them away.
Oh, sure, but kids won't eat apples.
It's a joke.
It's a bad one.
Shh.
Okay, it's a game about destroying Halloween. It's a thing. I'm very tired and sick.
What are you gonna call it?
The last Halloween.
The Halloween heist.
Sure.
Okay, what game wins?
I like Pokemon Sword and Shield.
You have to name it something else, though.
Why?
Because if we put that on our game title, everyone's going to be like, that exists.
Everyone will buy Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're already excited for it. They are 90% of our successes are from people being confused about what game they're buying, and they end up with our better game.
Samuel L. Jackson's on a plane.
No.
Oh, God.
You cannot tell me that playing as a buff dude attacking like Charizards and other famous Pokemon, Eevee.
I'm just saying, do you remember last time we had this debate? It was like Aliens Go Boom versus some other game.
Yeah, and
you remember who won?
And you hacked into
do you
Twitter.
Who won?
And you hacked into Twitter to
Accept
rig the
your
system.
Loss. Accept your loss.
Because the system was rigged.
Accept it.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's happening. I'm printing out the boxes.
Taste.
Hey, Jimmy.
Samuel Jackson.
Get the box.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah?
Hey, Johnny, go tell the people that we're making a Samuel Jackson. So we've already got it. He's on the phone. And he says, motherfucker, we're going to make this snake game.
Do you know how old Samuel L. Jackson is right now?
He wants to do the voices for himself. All of himself. Fine, we can make Pokemon Sword and Shield. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you have something else? Do you have a different weapon set?
Pokemon
Gun and Shield.
Pokemon
Spear and
Pokemon Do It Your Own Fucking Self. We can put little asterisks in the name of our game title.
I feel like we still
Pokemon Get Off Your Ass.
So Pokemon Sword and Shield wins this one. Beckers, where can people find out more about you?
I'm on Twitter at Dr. Beckers with an S, and I'm also on Twitch. I stream like once a month at Dr. Beckers with a Z. Also, if you want to tweet at Corp, we have that page, and you can also tweet which game was better if you want, and tell Bryce that he was wrong, and also say that Pokemon Get Off Your Ass sounds like a fucking baller name for that game. How about you, Bryce?
Also, you can come to SuperCon and say it to Becker's face.
Say it to his face. Say it to Bryce's face that my game was better.
You can follow me at Last Geek on Twitter. You can follow me at Last Geek Plays on Twitch and Instagram. And you can go to lastgeek.com for links to the podcast. And also youtube.com/lastgeek, where you can see Beckers play with their hair and lick Switch cartridges. It's a whole rigmarole. And whatever she's doing with her tongue. Not that. Nobody should ever see that. Thank you. This has been another great episode of GameMate Corp. And when you're defeating Charizard with a big old sword, remember, have fun.